Now this is by far and away the most extreme thing I've seen in person. The owner of this absolute monster, Mantas, is hiding over there because he doesn't want to be on camera, but as I said, I'm quite happy for me to go through and film the whole thing. So we're going to film the entire SPL run in a little bit, but for now we're just going to do a run through and hopefully I don't miss anything out. Starting with, so we've got two 370 amp Mechman alternators, obviously all the cabling and everything that goes through there, and these are two external regulators, one for each alternator. This, from what I understand, just controls the car, doesn't do anything to do with the system whatsoever, and everything else under here is pretty much standard and kind of runs enough just to make sure that the car works. This paint, from what I understand, this might be blood, not really sure, but this paint is just paint. I think he put it on with a roller that was made of steel by the looks of things, but I like it, it's cool. This car, would you believe, is still taxed, MOT'd and road legal, despite the fact that there is a Perspex window coming out of the side of it. Before we get to that, I want to mention this. Big black strip coming down the middle of the windscreen. Obviously, if you drill through glass, glass is going to become very weak and it's got a problem with smashing the windscreens anyway. So that looks like there's a 50mm beam going in there. Let's go around the front and actually have a proper look at that. So it looks like there's a 50mm beam coming through here, which is then, from what I understand, bonded to the windscreen using some kind of adhesive. Not really sure what it is, but it seems to do a pretty good job. But even with this, he's still smashing screens. So this is all then angled steel framework around the outside, which is obviously welded to the door. The entire door has got a cross-sectional framework in being braced, and then the outer skin is also braced at the same time. That door, from what I understand, is completely solid. There is absolutely no air gap in that whatsoever, and this Perspex is 30mm. If I go around the other side and give it a good kick, you can see quite clearly, sorry Mantas, but that ain't moving anywhere. Pretty solid. He's actually done a really nice job, despite the fact that the paint obviously has this wonderful rippled effect. It's the ocean. He was going for the oceanic look. Get to the inside in a minute. So in the door, got these Edge Pros. I'm surprised they're surviving because they're paper cone and this thing does ridiculous numbers, as you'll see shortly. Again, I think there's framework in this door as well. Where's Mantas got? Mantas, is there framework in this door as well?
Yes. Yes. Framework is here.
Okay, so the framework goes the whole way around. So this is all steel here that's been welded in.
But it's not strong enough. It's ripping apart.
It's still ripping apart.
You see a crack? I think it was a crack here, another crack here.
Oh yeah.
It's ripping.
And it's on the open side. So do you ever play this with the door shut?
Yeah, I try. Yeah.
You tried? Yeah. How did it go?
It was quite difficult to open a door because the door started sucking after 25 hertz.
The door just started falling off. Awesome. Oh, this door is so heavy. So that door, from what I understand, he was telling me it weighs about 100 kilos and he had to put it in place with a trolley jack. These tweeters are going to kill everybody that goes near them. Dashboard. So dash is fully extreme. There, I think, if you look down here, you can see this sort of more textured section. Put the mic back near my face, that'd help. If you look down here, so you can see obviously you've got the dashboard and then it changes round about here for a more kind of textured section. This is all, again, steel that's been welded in to stop the bottom of the screen flexing. Again, the top of the screen's got a pole in and there's a brace down the middle of the screen as well. Now, you might think, cool, blimey, that's a clean windscreen, he did a good job on that. No, he never cleans his windscreen, he just replaces it because it smashes pretty much every time he takes the thing out. So that's good fun. It's about to get very echoey. Inside is obviously fully extreme. There is no room for me to get in there. I believe the dash is all steel frameworked, as you can see down here. Look, if we look down by the pedal box, it's not quite sealed off. I don't know if that's something he's planning, but there's just a square to get your pedals in and a hole here for SPL reasons. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Whilst this thing is road legal, taxed and MOT'd, this is how much room you have. Great. On the subwoofer side of things, 6 FI V3s, fully loaded. I believe he's got these on about 45,000 watts in a minute. We'll have a look through the boot very shortly, but he's just rebuilt this because he was doing 163, 164 before, and that wasn't anywhere near enough for this guy because he's just a crazy Lithuanian mother. Now what this partition here does is helps to create pressure on that side. Now because Mantas is in extreme class, there's no rules, absolutely no rules in extreme. Unlimited power, unlimited modifications, everything you want, perspex, you name it, it all goes. So what Mantas has done here is to create, as you may have seen in the higher SPL cars, to create more pressure is made a dash divide, which is probably going to serve him very well. Head unit obviously isn't mounted because there's no point. As soon as the head unit is mounted, it's just going to jump about and probably break itself to pieces. That's all fun and games. Something you will not have seen before, and I can almost guarantee this, Mantas has, in order to build all the way to the floor and have clearance for the motors, Mantas has actually cut out the gear tunnel that was going through, and I think he's welded back over it in order to get the height to get 615s and enough port area. So he's actually cut out the floor of his vehicle and then rebuilt over it. Power side of things, so it's got 3 B2 Riot 16Ks, 1632 48K. It's got 6 or 7 banks of lithium, I'm not terribly sure. He's actually done quite a nice job of everything. It's all very neatly tucked away. Interesting, and we have Daryl here, who is a fellow extreme competitor and is currently shitting his pants because he's about to lose his title. Yeah, not scared.
How'd you change gear?
So on that note, the next thing you're going to see is when Mantas is sitting over there in that queue, waiting to get SPL tested. We're looking mid-60s. After that, I'm going to get a demo seal side and shit my pants. Here we go. He's finally going to put this thing through the lanes and probably break everyone's face. Everyone crowded round, all going to die.
Is that 48k? Where's Bushley?
Fuck your amp.
What have you done? What's happened here? I was just bolted the pedals in. Ah, you seal that up to play.
At the moment he's putting a new amp in the back of Tony's cars because his Raven B2 blew up yesterday. So
with everything else going on, gaffer tape is going to be the thing that makes them loud.
Blimey! Wow! 164.67. Here he goes again, he's doing 25 laps again. Hey! 163, jump cut by a DB now.
Come on, mate.
Henry, stop fucking vaping, I keep thinking something's gone wrong.
And now 20 hertz.
This was all you. Gonna be me. Put your hands on my body and tell me. Tell me you were ready for the big one, for the big one. I'd be your last love, everlasting you and me.
Do you want this passing, Adam?